System Shock 2. It was on a Friday night, December 14 to be exact, that I decided to play System Shock 2. One of my friends had given me a copy of the game last week, and it was on a whim that I decided to get it out and put it in my old PlayStation 2 console. I started up the system and smiled when I was greeted by the familiar PS2 startup screen. The game played normally. Everything was fine until I got to Shodan, the antagonist of the game. She started speaking in another language, which I thought was strange. I shrugged it off as some kind of hack and continued on. I then found someone laying on the ground. I wondered if he was dead or not, so I went up to his body. Suddenly, he jumped up, shouting, "You arsehole! You did this to me! You!" I was wondering what my character did to make that old man so angry. My hand hovered over the off, but I hesitated. I knew I could never sleep if I didn't know what made the old man so angry, so I decided to continue playing. It cut to black and 4 seconds later I was transported to this strange looking spaceship-like place. The hallways were twisted like that one hallway in Zelda Ocarina of Time. I was curious to see what was at the other end of the hallway, so I continued. The music got progressively louder with each step I took. It seemed to be reaching a crescendo when it abruptly stopped. I couldn't move. I wondered what was going on until I heard a robotic voice say, "You've made it so far in my little maze." Then another black screen came up, which lasted longer than the rest. Not by much, but enough to be clearly noticeable. I then decided to continue on because of my damn curiosity. It then faded back and I was in a room where it was just a hammer and a puppy. Thinking they wanted me to kill the puppy, I figured, it's just a game, the puppy isn't real, it's just a video game. I closed my eyes while I heard screaming and barks. At that point, I decided to turn it off and go to bed. The next morning, I decided to go back and play the game. I started it up and there was no startup screen. Instead, it took me to the room again to see a dead body lying next to a hammer. So I tried to find a way out of the room, but to no avail. The screen faded to black again and I said to myself, seriously, this is like the third time this game has done this. It then ended with a shot of Shodan and 2 dead bodies. Probably the character and the puppy from earlier, I said. I shut it off and have been trying to work out what happened to the game. It wasn't like this, so I bought a new copy that worked perfectly and threw the old one out.